Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers leak: Port Charles is bracing for tragedy. And this week, a leaked report of WSB Chief Jack Brennan's, Chris McKenna, impending death has GH fans reeling. The loss will leave Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, heartbroken, vulnerable, and suddenly single, just as Britt Westburn's Kelly Thiebaud rumored return shakes things up. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, still carrying a torch for Britt, could see his rekindled feelings tested by a grieving Carly, who is always demanding his loyalty. With Carly and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, seemingly done for good, fans are gushing about a possible Carly-Jason reunion. Will the single status complicate Jason and Britt's second chance? The news of Jack's death, possibly tied to his WSB clashes with Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, or even internal issues with a recruit like Jocelyn Joss Jacks, Eden McCoy, will hit Carly like a freight train. Fans online are mourning the potential end of their sizzling romance, which had Carly falling hard despite warnings from Jason, Sonny, and Anna Devane, Finola Hughes. Left fragile and flying solo, Carly's grief could pull her toward Jason, her lifelong rock, especially after Jack's secrets, like recruiting Joss into the WSB, come to light. Her heartbreak mirrors past losses, and fans fear she'll lean on Jason, expecting to be his priority, just as Britt's return stirs old feelings. Britt's comeback, with Kelly Thiebaud spotted on screen last week, has the rumor mill churning about a romantic reunion with Jason. He has clearly never stopped loving Britt, their chemistry undeniable since their lighthouse days, and his recent airport sighting of her, or someone who looks just like her, sent him reeling. But Carly's fresh heartbreak could turn any potential for a reunion upside down. GA fans are recalling how Carly opposed Jason's past romance with Britt, especially during their mob marriage, fearing she'd lose her best friend's devotion. With Carly now single and Sonny out of the picture, will she sabotage Jason and Britt's chance at love to keep him close? As we process Jack's rumored tragic exit, Carly's vulnerability could spell trouble for Jason and Britt. Will a grieving Carly, expecting to come first in Jason's life, fight their reunion, or will she find closure and let him go? Can't you just see Carly telling Jason that Britt doesn't deserve him after letting him think she's been dead all of this time? The fans are divided. Some root for a Carly-Jason spark, others for Jason and Britt's epic love. Keep checking back with us for more GH news and spoilers to see if Carly's heartbreak derails a romance or opens new doors. Port Charles is reeling after the sudden and dramatic death of Jack Brennan, a development that has rocked every corner of the canvas. But no one more than Carly Spencer. Brennan's demise wasn't just a headline for Carly. It's a life-altering shockwave that threatens to upend everything she thought she knew about loyalty, justice, and the future she was cautiously planning. As Jason Morgan grapples with the aftermath and a possible rekindling with Britt Westburn, the fallout from Brennan's death might be the very thing that throws everything off course. Jack Brennan's arc in Port Charles was already controversial before his exit. His ties to the WSB, the shadowy web of secrets, his romantic missteps, and his recent friction with Carly made him a walking powder keg. While his actions veered into morally grey territory, his connection with Carly had evolved into something layered and vulnerable, just as he was taken from her in a deadly move that may have long-lasting consequences. Sources close to the storyline say Brennan's death wasn't simply a plot point to close a chapter. It's the beginning of a major unraveling that will affect key characters, especially Carly, Jason, and Britt. For Carly, losing Brennan doesn't just mean saying goodbye to a man who had begun to crack open her heart again. It also means confronting the terrifying reality that the people she chooses to care about are always in danger. Brennan's murder was brutal, unceremonious, and symbolic. It tore away the illusion of control that Carly had been desperately clinging to after enduring so much in recent years. from Sunny's spirals and betrayals to Nina's betrayals to Drew's deceptions. And now, a man she was reluctantly falling for is gone without warning. What makes Brennan's death even more jarring is the timing. Carly was finally beginning to trust again, to entertain the idea of a future not dictated by mob rules or WSB secrets. Brennan offered something different, structured, analytical, but still passionate. He saw through her armor and didn't flinch. Their chemistry was never about fireworks, but something more rare in Carly's world: calm. And now, that sense of peace is dead along with him. Meanwhile, Jason's reappearance has already stirred complicated emotions. He returned to a Port Charles that moved on without him, where Carly mourned him, grieved, and then fought to stand on her own. His history with Britt Westburn had barely taken root before tragedy tore them apart, and now with both back in play, fans were cautiously optimistic for a second chance. Britt's surprise return from presumed death rocked viewers and characters alike. But can their reunion survive the storm that Brennan's death has unleashed? The problem is that Jason is no longer the same man who left Port Charles, and Britt isn't the same woman either. She's been through her own personal hell, and now, back in the city, where she once felt judged and misunderstood, she's seeking redemption and clarity. But that clarity might come at a cost. Jason's first priority has always been Carly, even when he tries to deny it. He has already jumped back into protector mode since Brennan's murder, and Britt can sense the walls going up. Jason's instincts to comfort Carly could derail his future with Britt before it even begins. The Jason-Carly bond is unlike anything else in Port Charles. It's messy, intense, and codependent. They claim to be best friends, but their intimacy often blurs lines, something Britt fears more than she's willing to admit. She may be back, she may still have feelings for Jason, but she won't play second fiddle again. Not to Carly, not ever. Adding further pressure is the investigation into Brennan's death. The WSB's reach may be compromised, but they're still watching, and so are other, more nefarious players. There are whispers that Brennan was about to blow the lid off a major secret before his death, a secret that could take down powerful factions inside and outside Port Charles. Carly, unknowingly, may now be in possession of that knowledge, or worse, she may become a target just because she was close to Brennan. As Jason works to shield her, his own life is put at risk again, dragging him further away from any chance at normalcy. Britt, meanwhile, is pulled in another direction entirely. After surviving the impossible, she's now wrestling with whether coming back to Port Charles was a mistake. She wants love, stability, and a life free of bullets and betrayals. But can that exist if she stays tethered to Jason? Carly's grief is also transforming her. She's not just mourning Brennan. She's burning with the need for answers, justice, and yes, revenge. She's tired of being the woman who loses everything. She's tired of playing by the rules only to be punished. Brennan's death is awakening something fierce and dangerous in her. She doesn't want protection anymore. She wants to strike first. And if Jason stands in her way, or if his reunion with Britt distracts him from avenging Brennan, then Carly may go rogue. The lines between justice and vengeance have always been blurred in Carly's world. But now they're disappearing altogether. Drew Kane tried to steer her toward the light. Brennan tried to give her logic and structure. But with both men gone from her orbit, one emotionally and one permanently, Carly may descend into the kind of chaos she used to avoid. Will Sunny step in? Unlikely. He's dealing with his own breakdowns and betrayal arcs. Carly is on her own. Or so she thinks. Enter Ava Jerome, who has been circling Carly's emotional unraveling with surprising sensitivity. The two women have found themselves on unlikely parallel tracks before, but Brennan's death might create a real alliance between them. Ava understands sudden loss. She understands rage. And she knows what it feels like to be blamed, discounted, and underestimated. Together, Carly and Ava might become a force few saw coming. But what does this mean for Jason and Britt? If Carly spirals, Jason will follow. He always has. That loyalty has been the cornerstone of their dynamic for decades. It's also the thing that drove Sam McCall, Elizabeth Weber, and even Britt herself away. No woman wants to compete with Jason's bond to Carly. And right now, that bond is under extreme emotional pressure. Britt may find herself locked out again, despite Jason's best intentions. She's no stranger to heartbreak, but losing Jason again could finally convince her to leave Port Charles for good. And yet, there's hope. Brennan's death could be a wake-up call, not just a tragedy. Jason might finally have to truly choose, between the past and the future. Does he double down on protecting Carly at the cost of personal happiness? Or does he let her stand on her own, while building something real with Britt? The coming weeks will be crucial. Port Charles is a place of second chances, but only if you're willing to fight for them. There's also a looming question: who really killed Jack Brennan? Whispers on the WSB circuit suggest it wasn't a random hit. It was calculated, clinical, and efficient. Some suspect it was an inside job. Others point toward remnants of Victor Cassadine's shattered empire, still seeking to destabilize Port Charles and its alliances. There's even talk that someone close to Carly may have had a role, whether they meant to or not. If the truth comes out, and it always does, it could destroy Carly's newfound strength and unravel what little peace Jason and Britt have left. And if Brennan had confided something damning to Carly before his death, then she may be walking around with a bullseye on her back. Jason's return to town was supposed to bring closure. Instead, it's bringing fresh danger. Carly's next moves will define this arc. She could emerge more powerful, more ruthless than ever before, or she could be consumed by grief, losing herself in a revenge plot that makes her a threat to everyone around her, including Jason. And if Britt senses that the love triangle is inevitable, she might be a one to bow out, not with bitterness, but with heartbreaking clarity. One thing is certain: Jack Brennan may be dead, but his impact is just beginning. From the ashes of his murder, new alliances, old rivalries, and long-buried feelings are rising to the surface. Jason and Britt's reunion hangs in the balance, teetering on the edge of what-ifs and what now. Carly is at the heart of it all, a woman shattered, but not broken. Yet. And as Port Charles braces for the next storm, fans should prepare for twists that will change everything. Brennan's death is not the end. It's the spark that sets the next explosive chapter into motion. Will Carly rise from the wreckage, or will she drag Jason and Britt down with her? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: nothing will ever be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.